Good evening, viewers. The Idea Factory wishes you a very happy 2023. And we begin the first session of the new year, and we, wish all our viewers the very best as we open a new year with a lot of hope, a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of agendas to offer for our viewers. Uh, Between the last session and this session, we have covered some time on the festivities of year end and new year. But in the process, we have got connected to a lot of customers, and we have taken feedback from them as to what how to improve our programs this year. And so you will see us in better versions of our videos involving more people in the platform, and we hopefully will be able to engage with our clients much more better, and you will come to see us in much better form. With that backdrop, let us start today's session. Today we are doing a special session which is called the Business Growth Program. As we all know that business growth is the single most agenda that unites all clients or all small businesses in India or even anywhere, because every business wants to grow from whatever level it is today to the next level. 2022 has been the first year after COVID, and the growth has not been so promising in 2022. As per the recent reports of Moody's, the economic growth has been projected of 2022 or estimated at 2022 to be at 7% vis-a-vis the previous projections of 7.7%. It has also been projected that the year 2023 will also, have tepid growth within India as well as globally, because the global forecast says that the world is still going through a slowdown, and India is plagued with other reasons as well as higher interest rates, higher inflation, and some of the reasons are they are not favorable for stupendous growth. But even then, there are forecasts which says that India will grow will be the perhaps the fastest growing economy in 2023, and that's a resounding statement that has come from the global bodies that India will grow as the fastest economy. People are watching eagerly which economy comes out of the difficulties of COVID quick and fast, and how, and others are going to follow. So in this respect, the world is actually not, showing clear signs of very rapid growth in the developed economies or other economies. So India is taking a leadership in coming out of this difficulties. With that backdrop, we are starting this program of business growth, and we believe that business growth is the single most agenda which will help businesses to grow. Towards that, we have a short, some points that we can highlight, wherein right. So here we are at the end of 2022 and at the beginning of 2023. Can you see the screen?
No, it does not.
Not yet. Okay. Wait a minute, please. Now it can be seen, right? Right. As we actually said that 2000, we are at the end of 2022 and at the beginning of 2023, and we believe that this is a good time to take a stock of what 2022 can offer, and what 2023 can also offer. Here we are in the middle of a statement. India has become very hot as a startup center, epicenter of the world, and perhaps is the third largest startup ecosystem in the world after US and China. And this provides us a lot of opportunities to be self-dependent, self-reliant, and to create jobs of our own. And in the process, a lot of startup programs have developed for new breed of startups and entrepreneurs, as we can see from the acceleration programs or for the university sales, and so many the Shark Tank India and so many programs that are actually guiding or helping startups to come up together. At the same time, let us also know that the startup growth or development that has happened at the back end, there is some amount of technology behind it. And so we will see a lot of health tech companies, fintech, edtech, and property tech, and those kind of tech companies which are leading the forefront of growth of businesses, because technology is enabling businesses to grow rapidly, faster, and reaching to the customer very fast without by bypassing the physical infrastructure investment. And that has been a boom right from the COVID times. And we believe that this would be a great boon or a differentiator, not a differentiator because it is available to all, but definitely it will help reach out to the customers very fast, quickly. And so even the location is no more important for business to grow. So by the same 2023, we can see that new development phase of the startup ecosystem, we can see that they are going to the next level because a lot of startups have already reached the unicorn level, and startups are more and more people are encouraged to start businesses on their own, because now we have an ecosystem. There is the government talking about it. There are so many bodies that are supporting it. So there is an overall climate where startups are being developed or supported by, and that is helping the businesses to grow. But this also brings in the reason that the startup can are encouraged to be experiment with innovation and bring out new products which have not been there in the country. So that is a great boon for 2023. If you look at the technology part, we also see that the businesses will now explore more and more of technology and will create more intelligent products and services. For example, like shopping, as you have seen, that shopping has completely become online. The entire experience has become online. So there are so many verticals that each business can explore by being digital and by putting certain amount of investment on the digital front. Going to the next part, we also see a lot of social commerce. Post-COVID, we are seeing a certain amount of travel picking up. While travel was the first hit, if you look back at the history of COVID, during the first season only the travel was completely stopped, and it is only now that travel is picking up because many people have actually stopped travel for 2 years and they want to make up for lost time, and travel is picking up. At the same time, so we in 2023 we would like to see that this kind of travel is happening. Foreign tourists are coming to India, and this will bring in, this then enhanced interest of travel in 2023. So this industry, though it is a renewed, revised version of travel and tourism, but definitely these are signs of growth. Now, in terms of investment, we have seen how EdTech has suffered because they came with unrealistic valuations of businesses when they were in the COVID time, because people thought, once you go digital, that would be the way forward, and that is the only way to grow. So businesses actually ballooned their own futuristic projections and made it bigger and better, and that's how investments have flown in. But after COVID, like in the beginning of 2022, when things kind of settled down, people found that many people are actually opting out of that digital mode, and they are trying to swing back to the old model of physical also. So actually the new evolved model is more hybrid, and it's a mix of digital and physical, which is called the digital, and that has kind of made the investors very wary, and investors very wary, and it is becoming more realistic. So in the process, what is happening is a certain amount of financial discipline has come in, and investors are wary now. But even then, there is a high expectation of investment that is happening even in the new phase of life. Okay, so there is an anticipated surge of investment based on long-term valuations. One of the major things that is happening today is we are seeing that electric vehicles have made their way in the consumer minds. As we all know, there's a clean energy. So electric vehicles are today, in the last few years, they have picked up on the capability on the technology front, and they are, the EV market is one of the most dynamic segments of the clean energy industry, and we anticipate that e-mobility is going to pick up in 2023 as well. These are some of the trends. And just to give a snapshot of the startups that we are seeing in India, these are the startups that are actually, most of them have picked up in the last 2 years. And as we see that India has become a hotbed of startups for India. With this as the backdrop, my question to Mr. Sushant Sharma is, Mr. Sushant, if you can just give us a highlight on the startup and the MSME ecosystem of the country. Over to you, Mr. Sushant.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Abir. Good evening, Tuhin. Thank you so much for this insightful, information, what all you have shared so far, Abir. We just wanted to update, since you asked, like, how the startup ecosystem in India is working currently. The startup ecosystem we talk about, there are, last 2-3 years, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, more than 1 lakh startups, more than 1 lakh startups have registered themselves. They are the registered startups. There's a Startup India scheme, they are with the DPIIT and various other startup platforms, where like government sponsored incubators, the private incubators as well. And along with that, there are accelerators also. Accelerators are the one who are, the kind of progress which a business will achieve in 10 years. Accelerators can make it happen in within 3 years. So that kind of a data that they have been sharing, they're 1 lakh, it's 1 lakh is, it must be more than that. That's a kind of figure. And as you said, rightly said, the technology is the keyword. There are fintechs, there are edutech, there are health tech companies, and everywhere. These are technologies are making a lot of impact. Even the funding is happening, the scalability is happening only in those kind of where there is a marriage between technology as well as the great business idea. So what is required mainly here, it has to be a business idea, a great business idea coupled with some innovation, a lot of innovation, creativity, innovation. Then comes with what it is. There is technology. So business idea, technology, innovation, and then it's required as a passion. Passion on behalf of entrepreneur, passion on behalf of the startup owners. That's how the great business idea is generated. So that is what is going on currently. At the same time, another thing is which is, what makes a successful business idea. If we talk about it, a successful business idea is nothing but when you talk about, there has to be a good team. There has to be a great, business potential, some problem which you have been able to solve, like based on the kind of observations, based on your the skill set. What is the value creation? The value creation, what you have been able to offer, based on that, definitely there's going to be a great size if you're able to bring a kind of a team of like-minded individuals. If they're able to do it, that's how it begins with, And startup ecosystem, government is producing a lot of activities. Government is giving a lot of initiatives also. As far as I'm concerned, with so many state-sponsored incubators right now. I was there 2 days back also. Their government schemes are there. Startup India movement is there. Various other entrepreneurship states are also there. And at the same time, various departments also offering some schemes. Like within the scope, they are even sales and marketing support, co-working space is what they are providing, patent and trademark. That is also these government sponsored incubators are giving. At the same time, other things like, entrepreneurship training activities. It starts with, they play a role of a catalyst. Many various places they are playing a role of a catalyst. Like me, myself being somebody in 18 years of corporate finance, I'm in touch with various venture capital guys, various venture capital guys, private equity players, and angel investors also. So there, such people are associated now with various state-sponsored incubators, and they are playing very active roles there. So this is what government is also promoting these days. At the same time, like, it starts with how to prepare a pitch deck, how then a sustainable business plan. All these things are being taken care of. They will take you to a place where it makes you fund enable. You are able to raise the funds for your startup. You are able to raise funds for your business idea. It can be if any, like, bootstrapping, it starts with bootstrapping, then it goes to Series A funding, Series B funding, D up to D. All the kind of funds are there, depending on the kind of business you are in and how scalable you want to make it. So this is how it is going on currently. Yeah. Yes, over to you, Abir.
Mr. Majumdar, you're mute.
I said Mr. Tuhin will take it forward from
there. Yeah, the thing is that here Mr. Majumdar and Mr. Sharma discussed about the various aspects. So where I would like to throw some light on it. So basically, the as we are on the 2023. It's a beginning of the year. So there are numerous business ideas are there and business ventures are coming up. I'm sure that it is going to make a big story in coming years or in coming days as well. So basically, it's a kind of the mandate means whenever you want to sustain and the grow or the thrive in a business competitive world, you need to do something. You need to give it to the world, you need to do the society and the people. So that is why that we find that so much importance is given on the clean energy, non-conventional energy, this kind of the products or the services coupled with the various other aspects also. So where we find that there is a good scope for kind of the technically oriented product, energy like vehicle, solar system, and also other technically means aligned product and services like the fintech and all. So fintech is a kind of the thing. India, we are very bullish on that because India has got a very large population, and most of the population are not getting that kind of the advantage like banking facility or the financial inclusion part. So there is a lots of scope that this large population means can be included, and the fintech can play a very big role in it. And also other energies, other sectors like that clean energy sectors like electric vehicle, solar system, agrotech industries. These are the major drivers. I think it is in the new economy because I see that lots of the thrust is given on the particularly agrotech products because people are becoming more conscious about their health and the particularly kind of the lifestyle they need a different kind of the food products. That is why they are becoming more conscious. So I think that agro farming is going to play another major big role as we are approaching the new kind of the world where the people are getting more stress, difficult conditions, and there is dynamic means that various dynamics are playing there is volatility, so they need to have this kind of the food, and that is why the organic farming is going to play a very big role. Coupled with that, I think that export and import, this is another part that so many products are there, particularly from the agrotech industries. So these products can be exported to the other parts of the world. This is going to be an emerging field. So anyone wants to start the business, there's a kind of the startup or anyone organization, we can actually help because we are the consultant, management consultant, also business coach. So our group can help actually in fostering the business, starting from the means fostering the ideas to the implementation phase. So we have a structured process through which we can help all the business owner, even the startup means owners also. And we can also help also in the funding and other facilities also, and right kind of the mentoring. So this is the thing that we can extend to a business owner as well. So Mr. Majumdar, do you have anything to share here?
Right. I think we take it forward from there, and it is important for us to realize that business for business to grow, at the center point there have to be a lot of ideas and innovation that has to come along with standard procedures of reaching out to customers in various ways and means. Okay, while you build an operational model, you also have to while we have already tried to say that there has to be some uniqueness in the business that would take you forward. And these are, I'll just share some more slides just to uh, you know right. Uh, what I'm trying to say is, yes. Yeah, we need the presence of an idea platform for business growth because along with all the arrangements that you set up a physical model, the logistics, the reaching out to the customer and all, it is important to have an ongoing platform where you bring in small ideas into the game. While it may not be a very great breathtaking idea, but it could be a collection of very small ideas, and for that you have to build a system or a mechanism for growth, which could be very small, because here we are, when we are talking of business growth, we are talking of very fast growth. We are not talking of a long term growth. Here we are talking up to 2023 as the horizon and how business can grow. So obviously we are not talking of very high end innovation, but even if you have the low hanging fruits, when you bring in new thoughts and ideas to the, it is important to have to take small steps in building an ecosystem wherein everybody can contribute with their ideas in whatever way they see the organization, make it into a idea bank, and then carry it forward. I think this we have been talking about the last 2 years in various platforms, but I think we can start in a small way around this time when we are starting a new year and when we are all enthusiasm, we have a lot of hope or aspiration to take the business to the next level. It is important to keep innovation at a higher up the ladder, for which you can put in a small amount of money for the innovation, and then reorient or realign the organization to improve the creativity of the organization across every level. You need not be only at the top level, but even a new entrant to the organization can bring in some fresh thoughts and ideas. And there has to be a mechanism wherein you can express all these ideas, screen them, take it forward, and then convert them into reality. It takes time, it won't happen overnight, but it is important to start now. And we feel this is a very good time for businesses to, shift gears and move, be a bit more creative in the 2023 version. In addition to that, I think these are some of the thoughts that we have, because ideas, we are talking of idea bank, wherein you have a collection of ideas. It could be a digital platform where people can put in their ideas whenever it comes to their mind, and there is a collection method and screening process and a periodic method in which these ideas are screened, selected, shortlisted, taken for discussion, decided, and then taken forward from there. I think that's a very important element. This will result in new products and services. In terms of customer experience, I would say definitely that we have to look at what the customer is experiencing and whether we can improve the experience. In fact, the other day I went to a movie in the movie theater after a long time for the movie Avatar, and I was amazed at the experience that we got vis-a-vis what we see, we have in our mind. They first of all, we are already got used to the 3D version, but now again they have opened up 3 screens. Surround sound is already available, but now they have opened up all 3 screens, and it was a wonderful experience. You feel that you are actually in the middle of that whole place, and I think movie is reinventing themselves. Of course, big budget films, but this is also a lesson, because the product is available to us, the service is available, the quality of the movie, the content, the animation, the special effect, everything takes movies at a very high level vis-a-vis what we are operating in India. I think the idea is to bring it out that if you want to give a higher customer experience, just see what are the best in class available in the country or across the world and benchmark yourselves accordingly. Today, every business is about smart technology. So obviously, your smart technologies have to be, dependent upon the usage of the customer and, customized to the specific unique requirements of the customer. We have always been talking about thought leadership. So obviously, thought leadership or futuristic thinking is very central to the growth of the business. Though it is very long term, we can always continually start thinking. And small ideas and big ideas can coexist. While small ideas are easy to implement, big ideas take time. But we have to push the organization to that level. Here we are talking about social media, because social media is always, a method of reaching out to the outside world, through various platforms that are available, and they are only increasing every day. So today, social media, we are talking of so many mediums where you can reach out to your customer, you can correspond to your customer. Twitter is such a good handle in which customers correspond with you and they come back to you. Even LinkedIn is a very good communication forum. So that also brings you, if you look at it from the creativity or the innovation point of view, I think that's a very good method of getting feedback from customers. And of course, business networking should actually enhance with LinkedIn as a platform or any other platform that you have. I think business networking should also continue to increase and bring alliances into the forefront. Okay, so these are some of the thoughts that I have. With only 1 minute to go, maybe Sushant, would you take it forward from here?
Yes. So we have some time constraints here. So I totally go by what Abid has mentioned here. See, startups are going to be there for now, as the government is also working on the mindset for the universities, youth, and instead of always having that job seekers mindset. They want to have, job creators. Let's work on that direction. Let's have a, where you are able to employ, where you're just, when you're open to work, vis-a-vis you are, hiring. You are in that model. So that is what even governments are also, encouraging